Praise be to Jesus. Well, hello everyone. It's Sunday morning. Um, well, already there's something going on or something more going on. Cardinal Wuerl has denied he was informed of the Vatican restrictions on McCarrick. Cardinal Donald Wuerl of Washington has denied a report that he was informed about restrictions apparently placed by the Vatican upon his predecessor, Archbishop Theodore McCarrick. Cardinal Wuerl did not receive documentation or information from the Holy See specific to McCarrick's behavior or any of the prohibitions on his life and ministry suggested by Archbishop Vergano, the cardinal spokesman Ed McFadden told CNN. Um, I hope you're clear about what exactly is going on here. The the Archbishop is you really need to read these articles. I don't really, I'm going to jump around here a little bit. Um, Archbishop Bergano's testimony said that Wuerl's recent statements that he knew nothing about it, even though at first he cunningly referred to compensation for the two victims, are absolutely laughable. The cardinal lies shamelessly. Now, one thing I want to make sure I say is that all this documentation that the Archbishop Bergano is using is all, let me see where it says it is. Um, let's see, you'll have to bear with me a little bit while I jump between a couple of articles. Um, all right, all the memos, letters, and other documentation mentioned here in this article are available at the Secretariat of State of the Holy See or at the Apostolic Nunciature, now I'm having trouble with this word, Nunciature in Washington, D.C. So, let me see here. Well, there's a lot of names here, a lot of Vatican names, and this seems to paint quite a conspiracy. Um, I would say if you just, if we each would just step back a little bit and take a look at what's going on here, this could get to be sort of like he said, she said. Um, he is, let's see here, if I go over to here, let me, um, um, just, okay. Um, I really don't even know what to read to you. I had a few things picked out, and um, if you really want to know more particularly about what's going on, you really need to. I'll leave a couple of links in the description box, but that's not really a good first sign here about all this. Is you know Cardinal Wuerl issuing a denial, basically saying that Archbishop Bergano is lying. I don't know how else to put it. Or he could say he's not telling the truth. So, what would be really, well, I don't want to say it'll be a good or bad thing. It seemed like it would be a good thing as far as, if people really wanted to get at the truth. But it would be really good if more people would come forward to sort of back up what the Archbishop Regano is saying. If other people had knowledge, and in that way, um, what he what the Archbishop is saying can be, reinforced by other people. But who knew what, when, and all this. I mean, obviously, all this gets really very complicated. So I would suppose that we're going to hear about this for quite some time, and we can only hope and pray that it ends up that the truth, that Jesus brings the truth into the light, without a doubt about all of this, and it doesn't end up to be he said, she said, you know, and I mean, based on the Pope's past record, will he say anything? I mean, based on his past record, he probably just stay silent about it, which is really, I don't know. There's just really so much trouble here. I mean, this is like really goes all the way to the top. It's as serious as it can get. And you really wonder what the Pope will do if he feels like he has his back up against the wall. I mean, this possibly could be the time of um, him issuing or telling all priests, which would include bishop, and cardinals, um, that they have to sign an oath of allegiance to him, which is talked about in Catholic prophecy, and either sign the oath of allegiance to him or their faculties will be removed, or they be excommunicated, and there that would precipitate the schism in the church. So this is really I just can't impress upon you enough. I think you all know this is like really a big deal. Even if it I mean, the least it's going to do is extremely damage the church even further, if that's even possible. But now it goes all the way up to the top with the Pope saying, or the Pope, not following through on Pope Benedict's, um, well, whatever you call it there, his the restrictions that he put on Archbishop McCarrick. In fact, they seem to have been removed, and I mean, if the Pope did something like that, I would think that his credibility is shot. Well, I mean, that's about it for this update. We'll be hearing a lot more about this. Who knows? It could be 10 minutes from now, you know, because it's already, it's, let's see, it's afternoon in Europe already. So, more information could come in any time. So that's it from now. Enjoy the day as best you can, and we'll talk to you later.